Hi, Gemma here. You know what? I'm going to keep this short. I have tried to do this video so many times, and I'm not succeeding because I'm saying unnecessary things in the bid to explain myself properly. So I'm just going to get straight to the point. We are living in unprecedented times, and Jesus is at the door. Jesus Christ is at the door. Our time here on this planet is nearly up. I genuinely believe the times that we're living in is setting the stage, setting the scene for the man of sin to turn up. You know what I mean by the man of sin? People call him the Antichrist, some call him the beast, some call him the Assyrian. Essentially, this is the guy who's going to lead a one world government. I remember a few weeks ago, I think this was about 2, 3 weeks ago, a colleague of mine in the office talked about how that, this would be a good time to set up a global government that would take charge of the situation with the coronavirus. And a colleague of mine who's a Christian tried to stop her, saying that that's not a very good idea. And I said, no, no, let her finish. And then she went on about how the world needs order, the world needs an authoritative voice to speak to us and lead us in the context of what's going on. A few days ago, I saw, I think it was a newspaper article or somewhere in the news, I saw that Gordon Brown, the former Prime Minister of Great Britain, had called for a global government, a temporary global government. Of course, we all know that usually whenever these governments decide on temporary things, the temporariness of the arrangement or the event or um, the whatever it is, right? The temporary nature of it is just a means of bringing it in. Beyond that, there's nothing temporary about it because it's just going to stay there for a while. And as you perhaps know, Gordon Brown is a big proponent and unashamed proponent of globalization. Um, anyway, that's not what I'm really focusing on. The point I'm making is that he called for global government um, to handle the whole coronavirus situation and so on. Now, of course, when you have a global government with executive powers, which was what he was asking for, when you have a global government with executive powers, then you're not just dealing with the coronavirus anymore, you're dealing with economies and economics, you're dealing with finance, you're dealing with jobs, you're dealing with rules and regulations, you're dealing with justice systems, you're dealing with political systems at different levels, and so on and so forth. You're dealing with education, you're dealing with so very many different things. And that's what he's calling for. And truth is, I believe the stage is being set for such a person, for such an institution, a one world government, a one world religion, and so on. I'm not going to go into details of it because I want to keep this short. What I'm trying to tell you is this: your time here is nearly done. Your time here is genuinely nearly done. I believe if you could describe heaven or, if you could describe going to heaven as an ark of some kind, the door is about to shut. And there is only so much time we have left before things happen. I mean, somebody made this assessment or or had this idea and suggestion, and apparently that has been suggested by many different people. So it makes you wonder if it's the Spirit of God putting this piece of information in their hearts. What she said was, so this is a friend of mine. For the sake of her privacy, I will not mention her name, but she does watch this channel, and what she said was, um, is it possible that during this period of the lockdown, the rapture could take place? I mean, think about it. If the rapture takes place in the context of this lockdown, who would miss us? There's no planes flying in the air, so nothing will. I mean, the likelihood that anything will fall out of the sky is slim to none. My contract finished on Friday, so it's not like they're going to miss me in the office if the rapture happened just now, I'm not going back to the office. I may get another job, I may not get another job. Either way, my last job is not going to miss me because my contract ended on Friday. And even if my contract didn't end on Friday, I'm on a lockdown. I can't leave my house. Officially, technically speaking, I can't leave my house. You know, so who's gonna miss me? Who's gonna miss us? Who's gonna miss the believers? If the rapture genuinely truly happens during this period, who's going to miss us? No one. So, is it possible that this is a scenario being set up for which under which there's going to be cover for the rapture? It's not impossible. But whether that is going to happen or not, whether that's what Jesus intends to happen or not, remains to be seen. What matters is that every day that passes, we approach the day of our redemption. We approach the day of the redemption of our bodies. And you would do well to get ready. If you're not yet ready, you would do well to get ready. Why? Because your time on this planet is running out. Your time on this planet is running out. I did not mean to speak for long. This is not a scripted message. I just want you to be conscious of the fact that your time is nearly done. And if there are people around you who are not yet saved, tell them the gospel. You will lose nothing. The worst that will happen is that you will get insulted, or you will get despised, or you will get treated badly. But that's the worst that could happen. You know what the best that could happen is? You get a person saved. You bring a person into the kingdom. You make your report card better. As much as you can, tell others about Christ. Why? Because the ark's door is about to shut. God bless you.